Alright, how's it going everyone? Dan here. Welcome back to another MabiPro video. So I'm not really going to be doing anything special in this video. I'm just going to be running some Rabbi Basic here in the background. Well, I want to talk a little bit. It's been a while. I've uploaded a bunch of, Generation Final videos, and by a bunch I literally mean two. Two of them. I was going to be a third, and it did have commentary originally, and then I basically scrapped that video because like, alright, it's too short, and I didn't really feel like uploading it for some reason. Even though it went smoothly, it was a fine final. It's just like, for some reason, something came over me. I didn't really want to upload it. So I scrapped it. It was the G11 final. Ain't nothing special about that, really. It's my least favorite final anyway, so I didn't really feel like uploading it. So anyway, let me talk a little bit. What's going on? I don't know if you guys really care, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a I guess a character update or a MabiPro update or whatever the fuck you want to call it, really. Talk about a few things going on, not only with my character, but on the server in general. The server's definitely thriving. It's definitely been growing a lot. Like, it seems like the average number of players that have been on, like, just not at peaking, but like at general at any moment has been around 80 compared to being around like, 50 and 60 in the past. So it's definitely been a while. And I'm on my second rebirth now, so I've been going in MabiPro for, I guess, 2 months, or not 2 months, 1 month now, just about. It's about been a month. I just had my second rebirth two days ago? Yeah, almost 3 days ago now. And obviously, I've been addicted for a while. I can easily say I'm addicted to this. But the thing is, I don't really know why. I mean, I know the old system, I've always really enjoyed the old combat system, and I enjoy the old experience. But honestly, I'm not really doing anything different. Really, that's all I've been doing. Like, if I'm not doing any generation quests, I've just literally been spamming Rabbi Basic, which I know what you're saying right off the bat. Dad, Rabbi Basic's not worth it. They nerfed to the ground. Who cares? Go to Math Dungeon out. No, see, here's the deal, okay? I don't care whether they nerfed Rabbi Basic to the ground, for one. It still gives the best EXP to money payout, regardless of if it pays out with considerably less. Sure, I need 20 scrolls to pay out, but at the same time, it still gives enough EXP to make it, possible to level up so many times. Hence why literally last rebirth, I got to level 105 before I freaking rebirthed. Like, that's all from spamming Rabbi Basic over and over again, and I made money from it. It's not as much money. What do I think about the Rabbi Basic nurse? I think it was very well deserved. I mean, you literally get the same amount of money from Rabbi Basic now than you would from any other dungeon. Sure, was it a harsh nerf? Yes. Was it a deserved nerf? Hell yes. It's not okay. It's not okay if you could run one dungeon and make like a third of a mil in one run. In one 20-minute run, you make more money than like running any shadow mission ever, like 10 times. Like, that's not okay. And the fact that you get, and here's the problem with it. If those who don't really know why it got nerfed, you literally bought a unrestricted pass for 30k, go in and make, anywhere from, because it was a very big range, it was at least 200 if you picked up every scroll. And on a good run, if you killed absolutely everything in the dungeon, you might get away with 300, That's like the high end. That's like a really good run, was 300. But, anywhere at 200, 300k range, that is well over 100 and something k profit. I mean, obviously, you can get almost 270k profit from a 30k pass that you spent. You spend 30k, you make 270k profit, and then guess what? You can just buy another pass and go in again. And that's basically what you did forever. That's literally all you did, was just, well, all I did anyway. For like the first 2 days was like, I mean, the moment I got rank 1 windmill, or like not even rank 1 windmill. No, it was definitely when I got rank 1 windmill, because I didn't really want to come in here without being able to at least 1 or 2 shot all the skeletons. But like, once you, like, literally just all you have to do, you can go brain dead in this dungeon. That's why it was such easy money. I literally don't ever have to heal off a deadly. It's like, all I'm pushing is the windmill button and running through it. That's all I'm doing. The delay in the AIs make it so kind of the skeletons don't really react as fast as they should. Even if they try and pull out a bow and shoot you, it takes them like twice as long to shoot you for some reason. I assume that's the server issue, but it was pretty broken. And right now, the way it is right now, you make maybe 70K profit. I mean, you'll make like 100K a run, which, you know, if you're buying passes, that's a 70K profit, which honestly, that is much more in line with what you should be making per one dungeon run. You should not be making like crazy bank off of one run. That's crazy. I mean, I know Rabbi Basic, even in live, was always considered the dungeon to run when you had the pass, but on Tuesday. I know what you're thinking, Dan, it's not Tuesday right now. Why are you in Rabbi Basic right now? Because honestly, with 2x drop rate, it doesn't matter if it's not Tuesday. The problem is that on a 2x drop rate, their drop rate of the Fulmer Scrolls in this dungeon is still just as good no matter what day you're running it on. Which is why I spammed it every day. And why I still do it to this day. You know, well, not only also the fact that you can get Fox burns, but that's besides the point. Anyway, how did I get on this topic? I don't know. But basically, being on the Sega Rebirth, I've really enjoyed it, and I don't know why. I've just been grinding away. I guess it's the feeling of seeing skills get ranked up, not really so quickly, but seeing skills go up kind of pushed me to keep going. And then I guess it's the fact that I know that I can actually make money like this now, because in live, I never had money. Let's just put it that way. I never had money in live unless I was doing something wild like getting a rare page drop and then selling it or something like that. Unless I did that, I never had money. And then when I did have money, I always spent that shit. Always spent it. It was freaking ridiculous how fast I would lose money in live. And it's always because I never really had a standard gold making method. And because, you know, I can see the money come in from running something as simple as Rabbi Basic over and over and over and get levels and get all this crap, then it's just like, yeah, I've been addicted to just staying in here. I turn on Pandora, I just come in here and I just run shit over and over and over again. It's kind of silly, but, you know, that's the deal. But anyway, let's talk more about my character for right now before I get into the other nitty-gritty of what I want to talk about today. So, like I said, don't pay attention to the gameplay. There's nothing special about this gameplay right now. Let's just focus on the commentary, which I know some of you hate the sound of my voice or just hating my guts. So go ahead and hit the dislike button and leave. I don't care. Go ahead and get it over with. And then go ahead and post your little comment saying, I totally disliked your video or some bullshit. I don't really care. Don't care. Anyway, let's talk about the character right now, which, you know, I'm sure you guys don't really care about. But my goal recently has been to, you know, I'm still Mage Destiny because I want to rank Enchant the best I can. Unfortunately, I've hit rank 8, which I think is just considered the absolute hell rank because you literally do nothing but burn shit for EXP. Which, I mean, it doesn't sound difficult, but what you realize is burning enchants off items takes up holy water, and oh, it's not the holy water, that's the hard part. That's the part I thought would be the hard part to get, would be holy water. No, there's plenty of sellers of holy water. Wolfle is one prime example who sells holy water at a very great price. Not sponsored by Wolfle's Curio Shop. But, you know, it's not, that's the ironic part. I thought holy water would be the hard part. I have my part-time jobs where I'm getting 6 at a time. I probably could be at 10 at a time if I was doing them more frequently, but I kind of fell off of doing that now that I've just been buying it off of people. But mana herbs is the difficult part. And I'm trying to buy mana herbs off people, but, you know, seemingly no one wants to sell them, or everyone's a mage, so everyone uses mana herbs to make potions, and it's just like, I guess I can understand, seeing there's not really an ability for mages to get mana pots very easily, aside from potion making. I guess that makes sense that mana herbs are pretty scarce right now, to be honest. I tried farming them myself, which, I mean, I do pass up a lot of blue herb patches in here. But a lot of times it's like, blue herb patches show up when I'm on a timer, and then they don't show up when I'm not on a timer. And I say on a timer, like if I have an EXP boost up like I have right now, or say I was like farming Jack's AR pages like we were doing like a couple weeks ago. We were literally getting AR for Jack, and even I was getting AR for my alt. Like literally every time we were like trying to spam like I'll be int 4 or like a field int 4 or something crazy like that, there would always be blue patches, but like because we had drop boost on, it wouldn't be really time to stop and pick them. Like every time I don't want the patches to show up, they do, and it just kind of bothers me. But yeah, I've been working on enchant. I'm like halfway through rank 8. I've been having trouble getting mana herbs. I've been trying to, you know, put a party board or party thing up and say I'm buying them, but you know, no one wants to sell. And it's kind of been getting to me a little bit, because I always wonder, like, if in the back of my mind it's like a slight bias on the server. And this is nothing, like I said, this is nothing against the players on the server at all. There's nothing against the GMs on the server. You know, they're great people and all that. But I always, like, in the back of my mind, I always wonder if there is like a slight bias towards the people who are there, like who have been here since the very, 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 very beginning, like since the moment they hit the open server button that doesn't exist. That, you know, they would obviously treat people that they're closer to better than they would like new players, etc. You know, and I'm not saying they are. They're not, clearly. But there's always like the thought in the back of my mind that, you know, someone could be doing something really bad. Like I heard, apparently someone said that there's a gold exploit that people are abusing for like making ridiculous amounts of money in like 5 minutes or so. I don't know what's going on with the gold exploit. I don't know if it exists. I don't know if it doesn't exist. But if something did exist like that, you would always think like, what if it was someone that they were close to, and would they really ban them or would they not? It's just been weird. And I've never really gotten anyone to summon mana herbs, so when like I always feel like I kind of don't belong sometimes, because every time I've tried to announce something, like if I was recruiting for a dungeon or just trying to buy something, like I feel like I never get answered. But like most other people, when they say something, they'll definitely get answered. But I guess then again, that's part of my antisocial, I can't even talk right now. It's part of my antisocial attitude, like trying to say something. Don't mind that. It's just like I'm trying to speak my mind right now. Like I said, there's nothing against anyone on the server. But anyway, halfway through rank 8 enchant. I know my friend, one of my friends has rank 5, and he's like, he put in work and he deserves the rank, and he put in more work than I did. I've been honestly spreading myself thin, or not really thin, but between deciding to just focus on pure combat or like go half and half. And honestly, I really have been going kind of half and half. You know, on one end I'm trying to like just focus on my enchant utility skills, which is like herbalism and campfire, and then I had to spend like 105 AP or some ridiculous number to get rest up the rank, what was it, 7? Yeah, for my ancient enchant on this armor. And then AP is everywhere right now. I feel like it was like the first time I played Mabi on my first character, I just threw AP in many different directions. But I'm finally about to get my second rank 1 ever, which is kind of late. I know there are people with plenty of rank 1s above me, which is, again, like I said, I spread my AP in places where I need it. But crit is about to be rank 1. It should get there after this run, I would hope. I don't think, I should have the AP for it. I should have the, you know what, I'm going to stop talking right now. But I decided I'm going to focus on just my melee build for right now. Every bit of me wants to go alch, you know, as a alchemist at heart, I really, really, really want to go alchemist. But I can't really do so right now because alchemist does require a very, very large dedication of AP. Though people in the server might disagree with me because, you know, obviously there are a lot of alchemists in the server, and I'm not really the authority on... Jesus, don't kill my tiger, you asshole. Like, I'm not really the authority on alchemy, but I do know a lot about the skill set, and I know that it does require a decent amount of AP investment, especially if you're trying to train alchemy mastery, because I'm pretty sure you're required to get mana crystallization up in order to get rank 1 alch mastery. I remember that. I remember training alch mastery for so long just to realize that I have to invest in a lot of int magic, or a very high rank of int magic, to even get rank 1, which is why I got Thunder at the very beginning to begin with. Just like, alright, well I'm gonna just use my rank F Thunder to rank my alch mastery up, and that honestly is not a good idea because that's just really slow. It's just like it was dumb. So there's a lot of AP spread everywhere. Luckily, when you're with 2x AP, I don't really got to worry about that. But I'm just deciding, you know what, screw alchemy for right now. I can come back to it later. Maybe when I'm a little bit higher level, I can get access to a few more alchemy enchants. Because I know I want to go Flame Alchemist, obviously, but I can't really do that. A lot of the Flame Alchemy enchants are locked behind higher level difficulty stuff, unless I get Royal Alchemist outfit, which is not likely because there are a lot of Royal Alchemists. There are a lot of people who want to be Royal Alchemists, so I'd be competing with like many different people. And like I said, I don't really have the AP investment to commit there just yet. So I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Let's just play it like I played my human on live. Max out the melee tab first, which is gonna take a lot longer since apparently giants have 2 very annoying skills to train apparently, and I kind of regret not looking into my skills a lot more, because I heard Stomp is actually a pain in the ass to train as well. And I looked at the requirements or the training stuff, and I was like, oh well, that's a thing. I remember overlooking seeing someone saying that they D-ranked Windmill after they got it to rank 1 to train Stomp. And that's something I didn't do. I didn't think about doing that as well. Like, I thought about it for a while, like training a skill, then D-ranking it and doing something else. I was D-ranking, but I wasn't taking advantage of the D-rank like my friend Jack did. Like, Jack went crazy with the D-rank, man. I think he literally ranked about everything in his skill set to rank 1 and then D-ranked it. He went hard in the paint, and it was really nice to see, because I thought, you know, I was gonna have, you know, people to play with. But now I guess, you know, school is making everyone busy and all that. Cold Dragon, it's not worth, man. I've been seeing a lot of auction stuff. I've been trying to like gear up off of that, but really after the armor, I don't really care for a lot of the auction gear. I'm really waiting for that Colin plate helmet to show up that apparently starts at 100k, which I know that's going to get overpriced as hell, because there's a few giants in the server that are stocking up on that stuff. But you know, it's been weird. It's just been weird lately. I just starting to feel like I'm not really belonging. It's probably because I think all of my guild mates that I used to make the guild, which they did fix the guild system, which is nice, but all of my guildmates that I made the guild with are not here anymore, and I assume it's school. I mean, I can understand, you know, school is gonna keep everyone busy, so I've been kind of playing on my own for a while, and I guess I shouldn't really expect to be playing with anyone anyway. I mean, outside of just doing like dailies like Sulfur Spider and other shadow missions, like there's not really any opportunities to play with other people right now. I guess either I don't really make the effort, or I've just not really had the opportunity to make friends with anybody, but that's okay. I guess we'll be fine. But things are going well other than that. I got in trouble recently. That's what I also want to talk about. I got in trouble. I guess I got a warning from botting. And see, here's the thing. Botting, that's a strong word. All I did, I'm pretty sure I got in trouble for using the fossil macro, which I guess in a way is botting. But I was like, it threw me for a loop for a little bit, because I had done this multiple times already. I'm gonna go ahead and admit it. You know, if they want to ban my account after watching this video, go ahead. I mean, if you want to ban it permanently, be my guest. But like, I've used the fossil macro many times in the past, like so many times. I didn't think that was hurting anybody, and I'm pretty sure other people who are hunting fossils was also using the fossil macro, and I guess I didn't really think nothing of it at the time. But then again, the fossil macro is illegal. At least it was supposed to be in live, though. You know, Nexon really never did anything about it. I guess then again, Nexon didn't do shit about detecting anything. I mean, they literally didn't ban anyone for using Pake, and that's just kind of pathetic. They didn't detect anyone who was using Pake at all. Couldn't look at any packets that, you know, people were sending, you know, to get in the GM hide and all that. Just like, didn't care. All that dupe shit people made, they didn't care. So I guess I didn't really think nothing of it at the time, but I got in trouble for using the fossil macro. You know, which honestly, for one, I was really only trying to get exploration EXP because I feel like fossils are a lot faster to do that with. Oh god, I locked up. Oh, never mind. But at the same time, I was trying to get my lava cat robe as well. So I was only thinking to myself, I was a little bit selfish of doing the fossil macro. And I'll admit it, I've always used the fossil macro when doing fossils, because I can't do fossils for the life of me. Like, god damn it, that minigame is annoying. Like, then again, I have no experience in MS Paint or anything that requires erasing. Like, any type of editing program, Photoshop, you name it. I mean, look at my goddamn thumbnails half the time. They look like ass, and that's because I do my best to try and edit them, but I'm just bad at that. And MS Paint, deleting stuff in MS Paint is no exception. I couldn't trace, I can't draw, I have no artistic benefit whatsoever, which is why I do use the fossil macro. But I guess I can't do it anymore, or else I get banned. So I guess it's back to using the core exploration thing. But I kind of feel bad now, because I like the last load I did, which was when I rebirthed, I literally got 2 lava cat robes, one after the other, when I was turning in fossils for EXP. And honestly, I didn't even want them. What's that thing called in Monster Hunter where you look for something, you won't get it, but you don't look for something, you will get it? Whatever that is very much real in this game. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've experienced that feeling of, hey, let me farm this dungeon for something and then I don't get it. Like, take for example, trying to look for Fireball page 3 and 4. When I was looking for those, it took me freaking literally like from 8 o'clock at night to midnight to get 1 Fireball page. I think I got a Fireball page 4 pretty early. It took me so many Berry Basic runs to get a Fireball page 3. 4 hours worth of Berry Basic just to get 1 Fireball page 3. And that draws from Gray Gremlins. Those are not a common spawn in Berry Basic as is. Like, tons of brown, no gray, barely. It took forever, and it literally pissed me off. But, and then I go over to, you know, Tir na Nog to do some G1 stuff, let alone the first Gray Gremlin I kill, there I get, you know, Fireball page 3. So it's just like, okay, alright RNG, you fucked with me. But, anyway, let me get to the main nitty-gritty of what I wanted to talk about today. I know I'm 22 minutes and I'm a little bit talkative today, but I got a lot I want to talk about. I've been noticing in the community a little bit. I know you probably don't want to listen to me. I'm a filthy hacker, filthy modder, filthy botter, whatever you want to call me. Like I said, I don't care. You know, I'll come out and say what I do. I will come out and say everything I do. But anyway, I've been noticing like people are not, or I feel like people are playing the game for the wrong reasons in a way, because you're joining the server, right? You clearly loved something about the old combat, right? And really the best part about Mabi was the fact that you can build your own path. You know, you can play the game the way you want to play it. It's not mainstreamed at all. It's not streamlined at all. It's literally Mabi throws you into the game and says, have fun. Like, do whatever the fuck you want. You want to train your skill, you know, this way, do it that way. And like, I understand if you're completely new to the game, like, you gotta get recommendations from someone about what skill you should train first, which like 99.65% of the time is, you know, out of everyone's mouth is windmill, which understandable. But like, you don't have to abide by these people's rules. Not saying you shouldn't, because windmill is just that annoying of a skill. It's honestly the only annoying of a skill that I've seen to be that annoying. But like, after that, it's like that's your freedom to do whatever you want. I feel like people are doing things, and I saw it a lot like a month ago when I first started anyway. But I've seen a lot less of it now, because everyone has done stuff now. I feel like a lot of people are playing just purely for the fact to be first at something. Like, someone will only train a skill if they think they're only going to be like the first to do something. And while that's all good and all, like, I understand you want to like maybe show off or something. It kind of like reminds me of me in the past, where like where I got rank 1 combat mastery and I really wanted to master a combat title for absolutely no reason at all, other than the fact that I just wanted to master the skill back then. And so there I went, you know, grinding on zombies with the Green Scar Axe for literally a week straight to master combat mastery manually. That was ass. Let me just tell you, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Just let combat mastery train itself. Don't ever just force train it at rank 1. That is the most pain. And that was at times 1. Maybe here in times 2 it'd be fine. But I'm getting off track here. I feel like a lot of people are doing things just to be first at it. And while let's go rank 1 crit. Anyway, while that's good and all, like, build your own path, man. You don't have to do something just because you think you'll be first at it. I mean, I feel like it's kind of the elitist attitude almost. And, you know, people might be elitist. Hell if I know. I don't really know who people are in this server at all. I don't really know how people play, etc. But, you know, there's no right or wrong way to play this game. You know, there really isn't. Just do what you gotta do. If you want to do, you know, G1 first, go ahead. You want to wait till level 100 and skip G1, go ahead. You know, do what you gotta do, man. As long as you having fun, that's all that matters. But one thing that's just been in the back of my mind is just like, what am I doing again? It's like, it's almost similar to the thoughts I was having in live before I quit. It's just like, I'm doing all this, but why am I doing all this? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you know, maybe eventually we'll get some PvP stuff going on again. But once again, it's like, it's gonna be a while before anyone's willing to PvP or anything like that. But then again, you know, the GMs have shown that they're capable of making custom stuff. They make custom, you know, shadow missions. I don't see why they're not able to make custom any other thing. So, you know, that kind of excites me, and I guess that kind of keeps me going. But definitely lately I've had a lot more questioning of what the hell I'm doing. And I know personally Jack wants to literally get to the dueling straight away. And to the fact that I think he burnt himself out from just grinding like crazy. But I guess I've just kind of been feeling lonesome, but that's okay. We'll get there. I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about the community stuff. I've been seeing a lot of issues that people are talking about balancing things. I don't really think the game needs balancing yet. There's my thoughts on balance. You can't really claim the game needs balancing when you're only level below 100. Just period. Like, this is Mabi's early game. You're supposed to be weak in the early game. And not all, you know, combat styles are created equal when it comes to Mabi's early game. Period. Like, I know the #1 complaint I've seen is that mages get the hella shaft in the early game. And that is 100% true. But that's just it. You know, as a mage, you go through a hurdle to get to where you need to be. I feel like just the major hurdle of being a mage is getting a good wand. Literally, once you get a chain cast wand, you should be set for a while. At least when it comes to Ice Bolt or Firebolt. Chain casting wands on those will keep you set for a while. As for lightning, I just like, you know, get the AP that you can. But I've seen just pure mages not be able to do much on their own because shadow mission mobs resist magic quite heavily. As I saw when I brought Flora along, I think he had decently rained lightning bolt, and like was only lightning bolting for like 20 damage on like some of the enemies. It's like, all right, well that's either elementals or just like some serious defense on some of these mobs. So I guess I can understand the pain, but I don't think the game needs balance. It's just the fact that you haven't hit the damage spikes. Like, here's the way I see it. Melee has the advantage in the early... Well, honestly, I just think melee is a good thing all around. It might just be the fact that melee's might be questionably too strong. Then again, that's just windmill for you. when melee is just good in the early game in general. You know, not most any enemies are immune to melee at all. Sure, things have heavy standard, but they aren't completely immune to it, and the heavy standard doesn't activate all the time, so you're fairly safe going melee. Range is kind of like the middle class. I mean, no one goes pure one combat class anyway, mostly, but you know, it happens sometimes. So range is just like that middle ground where it's just like, it's actually viable early, but at the same time, the AP investment on some of the skills is quite high. You can get range to rank 1 quite easily, but that won't really get you anywhere unless you have unless you rank mag up first, or, you know, there's a lot of options with range, but range is useful. But it has its damage spike somewhere in the mid game where you start getting your life skills up. And I guess that's the really big hurdle with range, is that you need those life skills. Then again, everyone needs dex eventually for balance. Except mages. I don't think mages get affected by balance. I think. Some mage expert's gonna have to not quote me on that, but answer that in the comments somewhere. But mage is just that. You are fucked until not the late game, but like you got a big hurdle to cross in the early game. And I feel like you would almost always want to try and rank up Firebolt first. Like, that just seems to be like your hard-hitting skill. That's like ranking Smash first, you know? I mean, unless you're able to get into magic like immediately, I definitely feel like you would just rank up Firebolt first. That's your strongest basic spell. But even then, like, you just have hurdles to cross. You gotta deal with getting your int up, which, I mean, int is not the hardest stat to get. Let's be real here. Int is probably the easiest stat to get out of all the stats. I mean, literally, music gives a metric butt ton of ints without you actually having to do anything but play instruments, and you can just play silent scrolls. And honestly, if you can deal with secret shops, you can pretty much get a bunch of ints really fast, really early. In fact, probably one of the easiest stats to get 200 of, like, immediately. But not that 200 int is really significant. I mean, that's the cap on enchant stuff, but I mean, it keeps scaling up, right? At least magic attack is a thing here, right? Yeah. I don't know how much int it requires to boost your magic attack by a point. I thought it was 10. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm not really familiar with the magic formula. But I know magic attack like caps at 50. You can definitely get a lot of int very quickly. In fact, you can probably get 200 int within the first rebirth quite easily by going music stuff. Like I said, don't quote me on that, but it still doesn't change the fact that mages have a huge hurdle. First is the stats, then it's the expensive ass wand upgrades, and the wand itself costs a decent amount. And if that's not the case, then you actually have the high AP cost of int magic, which is just like fucking ridiculous, you know. But it happens, really. There's not really much you could do about it. But I don't think the game needs balancing yet. You know, you have to at least get to the nitty-gritty of the game, which I guess would be maybe advanced / hard mode missions. But right now, like, I don't really think it needs a balance right yet. It probably will in the future, since, I mean, we aren't going to move past G13, I guess, ever. So G13 is probably as far as this is going to go, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure they'll do some balancing later. You know, since they're probably not going to add any more skill sets in, I would hope. Because I know what comes next, and I will fucking flip a table if it comes out. I swear to God. I swear to God, I don't have to be burning no more knuckles, man. Seriously. Please don't release that skill set. God damn it. God, I hate that skill set so much. You know what skill set I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention it, and I basically gave it away what I just said, but oh my God. But anyway, presuming we're only going to stay in G13, we'd have to balance everything eventually to where you know, I guess the only form of entertainment we even get out of still playing the game, if everyone hits rank 1, would be dueling or guild battle, which is basically spirit bow battle. I'm not wrong. Don't even fucking sit there and lie to yourself. Everyone's getting spirit bows. Not because they want to snipe things from across the map, because what the fuck do you need to snipe across the map for? What are you gonna use it for? You want to fucking go to guild battle and snipe people. That's literally all you want for it. Don't even lie. Then again, if you're a range main, then I guess you need an eco bow, because I mean that gives you a higher damaging bow. But for the most part, I feel like everyone's getting spirit bows for guild battle eventually. That's really what was everyone's thought process back then. At least way back then when guild battle was still a thing. Now guild battle is just kind of a thing of the past. And I am full of shit right now. But I still have EXP boosts, so I must keep going. As for that, I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I don't really have anything else I wanted to speak about. There was something else. It's like on the tip of my tongue, and I'm sure I'll remember it here shortly. But I'll tell you one thing. Fuck durability. Fuck that. Like, I understand durability. Honestly, I've been trying to argue against this thing for a while. I've broken so many swords recently because I've been repairing at Nares instead of at Eatern, and just like, you know, 95% over multiple times. It's just been kind of fucking me, but you know, I've broken a dragon blade completely. I've broken, and this is when they're blessed, might I add. Just, you know, nicking a point here and there is just kind of annoying. But I've broken my old dragon blade. I've broken the Veil's greatsword. It's just like I've broken so many weapons now that I really hope I don't break this one I recently bought off somebody. It's like this holy moon sword with crocodile on it. And honestly, I didn't think about it at the time. It seemed like a really good deal. I think someone was selling it for 500k yesterday, which is not a terrible deal. I mean, crocodile is a pretty rare enchant as is. I think it only comes from Giant Gator. And Math Advanced, question mark? I'm not sure it comes from Math Advanced. I thought that's where it came from. Or maybe they added that later. Again, I don't really know. But I thought it was a pretty good deal. One, because this sword can hit 103 max, and that's really... I didn't really have a one-handed weapon at the time to use in my shield, so I was like, you know what, sure, why not? And Crocodile gives a fucking butt ton of max damage. If you have that rank 6 Wind Blast, which, you know, I thought about that, like, alright, I can get rank 6 Wind Blast, that's not that bad, yo. This is old Wind Blast. It gives you 3 uses before it goes on a really long cooldown. How hard can it be? It's actually not that bad. I looked at the requirements. I mean, each of them are like maybe 200 knockbacks, which is basically 100 knockbacks, which is not that bad times 2. I can definitely get rank 6. Just gotta invest the AP there. As for everything else, there's not really anything different about my gear right now. I mean, there's not any way I can get any Valencias or anything like that without fighting Desert Dragon or buying it from an auction, which, you know, if I can actually save up the amount of money to buy it from the auction, I'm sure I'd get just fucking outbid by everyone in this fucking server, because I'm pretty sure everyone has more money right now. Which right now, I've definitely been seeing a lot of money fights, which I don't really like to really look at or care about. I don't like to bring attention to anything about myself, whether it's just amount of money or my enchants or anything. It's just like, it's just enchants. I don't really, it's not important. It's literally not important. But you know, other than that, things are going well. I just feel like I'm definitely slowing down. I'm definitely not wanting to, that's a very bad way to word that. I feel like in my heart I've been trying to play less, and that's probably a good thing because I need to like start recording more now that I've gotten my echo issue out of the way with the Switch stuff. I should be able to record a lot more, and I definitely need to be recording a lot more Let's Play stuff versus being on MabiPro like every waking moment of the day. So that's a thing. It's like, oh man. the issues. Wait, yeah, we just came from here. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. I think I've pretty much said everything though, and I've dragged on long enough for just past 40 minutes now. So I'm just going to go ahead and call the episode for now. If you did like the video, please leave a like. But you don't have to. You can leave a dislike if you want. I know you want to. But, you know, leave whatever you want. I don't really care what you leave at this point. You can leave a D-sub, you can leave a dislike, you can leave a freaking hateful comment if you want. I honestly do not care, as I've said in the past. Just go do whatever your heart's content says you to do. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because there'll always be more Let's Plays and game videos every single day. I don't really know about MabiPro stuff. Like I said, I usually just try to record on impulse. You know, I'll just record something when I feel like it's a good time to record. Otherwise, I probably just won't be recording a lot more MabiPro stuff. I still need to do the G12 stuff, but apparently I don't know if there's an issue with G12 right now, because you have to type in the thing at the closet to open up the secret staircase, and I saw someone else was having trouble, but I know I've seen someone finish G12, so it's just like, I guess I'll have to see for myself when I'm not farming, which since tomorrow's Tuesday, I probably would be farming, but at the same time, like, yeah. I might burn myself out eventually. This is not really good if I keep doing this. I literally will bore myself to exhaustion, but whatever. Even all these levels aren't gonna go to waste though. You know, I got Demi, finally. I got Trance, finally. Trance is almost rank 5. I can almost be an Iron Beast. It's definitely weird being a giant, and my inventory is full. Well, great. Fantastic. Lovely. Oh, and I fucking froze my client. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the sign there. But whatever. Thanks for your time. Thank you for support. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys some other time with some more. Some more MabiPro. I've broken my client. See you then.